Hi everyone, good to see you again. How have you been? So from the previous chapters, you have already learned about pre and post workout meals, how to count your calorie requirement, how to track your calories, and you have also learned about portion control. So from this chapter onwards, we are going to discuss further about basic nutrition. Basic nutrition means nutrients that are required by human beings in order to prevent any illness that is related to undernutrition, which means you need this basic nutrition in order to survive and prevent any undernutrition issues. So there are 7 main groups of nutrients that fall under this basic nutrition, and they are carbohydrates, protein, fat, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and water. And out of these 7 groups of nutrients, only 3 nutrients are giving you calories, and they are carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Which means the other 4, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and water, are almost 0 calories. So the calorie calculation that you have learned in the previous chapter are all contributed by only these 3 nutrients: carbohydrates, protein, and fat. 1 gram of carbohydrate gives you 4 calories. Similarly, 1 gram of protein also gives you 4 calories as well, whereas 1 gram of fat will give you 9 calories. So if someone tells you that if you want to lose weight faster, you should reduce carbohydrate, and then you should correct him. Actually, if you want to lose weight faster, it is better for you to cut off your fat first rather than carbohydrate, because fat gives you more calories compared to carbohydrates. Okay, so if someone tells you that if you want to lose weight, you should be cutting off carbohydrates so that you can lose weight faster, since you already have this knowledge, then you can correct him that actually if you want to lose weight faster, it is better for you to cut off fat first rather than carbohydrate, because fat is giving you higher calories compared to carbohydrates. Okay, so this chapter we will mainly focus on carbohydrates. We will talk about the function of carbohydrates, what are the consequences if you don't eat enough carbohydrate, what are the food choices that you can get carbohydrate, and out of so many food choices, which is a better one for you to choose. Alright, so what are the functions of carbohydrate and why is carbohydrate important to you? So just now I mentioned to you that carbohydrate, protein, fat are all giving you energy, right? So the main function of carbohydrate is to act as the most readily available source of energy compared to protein and fat. Which means now, whichever part of your body needs energy, for example, your brain needs energy to think, your heart needs energy to pump, your lung needs energy to breathe, all these organs will get their energy from carbohydrate rather than protein and fat, because it is the fastest, the most convenient, and the least burdening to the body. Okay. In recent years, there is a diet trend that advocates us not to eat carbohydrate but to eat more fat, so that our body will choose fat as an energy source. So if you do this, you know that you're going to put a lot of stress on your body organs, because they have to wait longer to get the energy. And another thing is, because fat is not a readily available energy source like carbohydrate, because fat has so many other functions to carry out, which we'll be discussing about this in other chapters. So your body has to go through even more process in order to get energy from fat. It's just like now, if you want to renew your driving license, of course your first preference will be going to JPJ, because this is the main service. But if you go to post office, of course they will still help you to renew your driving license. It's just that you have to wait longer, because they have other matters, postage related, to handle. Okay, so avoiding eating carbohydrate will actually put a lot of stress and burden to your body. So if you want to practice a high fat, low carb or 0 carb diet, it is up to your choice. It's just that you need to be ready that if you put your body is going to be under a long-term stress if you practice it in long term. This is also the reason why until now it is still not scientifically proven to be 100% safe to practice this diet. Okay? Other than that, to protect you, your body will actually store extra carbohydrate in your liver and muscle. So what happens is, when your blood sugar level goes too low, your liver actually releases the carbohydrate into the blood, turn it into sugar to normalize back your blood sugar level. So I believe that at some point of time, you may have seen people when they fast too long, all of a sudden the face and the lip turns very pale, black out, and they fainted or almost fainted. This is actually because the blood sugar level has dropped to a very low level, and yet the carbohydrate storage in the liver has been finished up. So you can see how life-threatening it could be if you don't eat enough carbohydrate, and when the carbohydrate storage in your liver is finished up and yet you don't replenish back by eating the right amount of carbohydrate, it could be fatal if you fainted goes unnoticed. Alright? And whereas the carbohydrate storage in muscle is the energy that is meant to be specifically used by your muscle. So if let's say you eat the right amount of carbohydrate and you have the optimum carbohydrate storage in your muscle, you can do more reps during your workout. It is going to improve your fitness performance and hence improving your fitness outcome. Okay? And last but not least, carbohydrate also helps to keep you hydrated because carbohydrate retains water in your body, which means if you're not taking enough carbohydrate, you're going to be at risk of dehydration. And I'm not going to elaborate more on how dehydration could affect your fitness goal and your fitness progress. This will be your homework. Go and read up and share with me when we meet again. Alright? So I think today you have learned a lot of information about carbohydrate. For next chapter, I'm going to share with you what are the food source of carbohydrate and which is the better carbohydrate food choice to choose for a better health. Okay, see you then.